So when someone is trying to provoke you, a lot of times they are people provoke you to anger, and they have set a goal for how they're going to engage you, and so the goal is to get you to perform. The performance is the anger expression. However it is that you express anger. If you've ever expressed anger negatively in front of someone, they are watching you. They're paying attention to what you're doing and how you are carrying yourself. And so if they feel like they can do it, if they see someone else causing you to be angry, and they want their opportunity too, they're going to try to take that opportunity. And it can be in some really benign situation. You can just be in the house talking, and then all of a sudden they throw a dart. They throw a dart. So here are two psychology terms that I want you to think about. And it's part of these two psychology terms are part of the goal orientation theory. And so there are two of multiple types of goal orientations. One is learning goal orientation, or LGO. The second one is performance goal orientation, PGO. So for learning goal orientation, it is defined as the tendency for people to learn from failure in pursuit of mastery and competence. So these are the people who would not be plagued by this idea of failing something. They don't consider themselves a failure. Failure is oftentimes the end of the road of your life, like a condition. Just because you failed a test doesn't make you a failure. Failing something and failure are two different types of conditions, or two different types of life life incidents. And so then this type of person would be the type of person who still wants to pursue mastery of the situation, not mastery over someone, but mastery in terms of understanding. Now, these are terms that are specific to the academic environment. There may have some extension to the workforce environment, but they are primarily tailored to the academic environment, how children learn, basically, right? So then the performance goal orientation is the tendency for people to compare themselves to others while focusing on demonstrating and performing competence. They're not actually pursuing competence, they're trying to perform competence. So it's the type of person who won't study for a test, right? They may do a quick crash, try to figure out the nuts and bolts of a particular concept or theory or whatever, but they won't try to get a good understanding. The person with a learning goal orientation would do their best to try to get a good understanding. They want to master the subject matter. In essence, if you want to become a doctor, you're going to do more studying than anybody. Doesn't mean that other people don't do more studying as well in their particular fields. It's just that it's so much mastery that you have, it's so much knowledge that you have to master, and you have to actually be competent in the field. Otherwise, you will be removed from the field. When it comes to performance, however, these are people who just basically want to look smart. There's a slide after somewhere in this presentation um, about having a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And so these are people who just basically want to look smart. They don't really want to be smart. They don't care to know the information, but they want to perform competent. So you got a lot of that is going on right now. People who want to get into political positions of power and authority, but they know nothing. They went to the best schools in the land, but when they are plagued with problem solving opportunities, they don't want to do it. They push the issue off to the next person, then to the next person. That's the reason why we have the migrant crisis that we have today. That the Republicans didn't want to resolve the issue, so they pushed it on the Democrats to the sanctuary cities. So when they are provoking you to anger, instead of provoking you to anger, they should try to understand the issue. That would encourage a learning goal orientation. But what they would rather do is see you perform. They would rather see you get all upset, turned around, um, um, and try to pretend that they are there for you. They are the same people who caused the problem, and then try to also be there in terms of, okay, I'm here for you. I'm sorry, I didn't know that bothered you. Sure, you did. You didn't know that that bothered me because I told you that it bothered me before, and you're trying to still push this idea that you're helping me, but you're not actually helping me. So people provoke you to anger. The goal is to get you to perform, is to be basically entertainment for them. Somewhere they are struggling in themselves with whatever they are struggling with, and instead of addressing their own issues, adopting a learning goal orientation for their own issues to try to figure out what's going on, they would rather adopt a performance goal orientation where they perform provoking, and then they perform it with the expectation that you're going to be provoked to anger, and so then they can start the fire in you and let you just flame up, let you just burn up. Now it's up to you to manage you, but that's really what is going on here. So people provoke you to anger. The goal is to get you to perform. All right, so thank you very much for listening to this series. Visit, subscribe, and follow so you can find my website, reginawhitefavors.com. I'm on YouTube, of course, youtube.com/ at Regina White Favors. And then my Amazon author page is amazon.com/author/ Regina White Favors. So do take some time to think about some of the ideas that I went through in this particular Shake the Dust Off Your Feet series. I don't know if I'm going to have a book component. I'm not quite sure just yet, but it is something that I am considering. So I do hope that you will listen to the full series. I'm going to have it in full as one video length, and then I'm going to have it separate as well. So thank you very much for listening. Please visit, subscribe, and follow. Have a great day.